Write this down. This is a business. This is a business, and you need to treat it like a business. This is a business, and you need to treat it like a business. It is not a hobby. At one time, maybe it was for retired postmen and for ladies with white hair, okay? But it is not that today. Huge money can be made in this business today. Truly, without a big capital investment, and by doing some simple activities consistently over time. Yet, it's still focused at a business. So, because it's a business, I wanted to ask a series of questions to kind of focus you on where you are right now. So the first question is, we need to determine where we are and where we need to go. Where are we today? Where are you today in your business? So that's question number one. And sub-question to that is, where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? What do we want to earn? What do I need from this business financially, emotionally? What do I need to take care of my kids' education? What do I need to provide for my retirement? So one of the questions I wrote down here is, write down the number of closed and pending so far this year. Write down your number of closed and pending so far. Then next to it, write down how much you've earned so far. Don't look on somebody else's paper. Don't copy in here. So, number of closed and pending, how much you've earned so far. So, to yourself, are you happy with that number? Write down yes or no. Write down yes or no. So, if you're happy with the number, you guys can leave right now. If you're comfortable with that number, go ahead and go, I'm thrilled for you. If you're not comfortable with the number, then we need to do a little bit more work here. What we need to determine is the gap between where you are and where you want to go. We need to determine what that gap is, either in money or transactions. Where are you today and where you want to go? We need to determine what that gap is. So, question, do you have any listings in inventory? If so, write down how many. Do you have any listings in inventory right now? If so, how many? And then next to that, I want you to write down how many you think will sell in the month of May. How many will sell in the month of May? 1, 2, 3, 4. Underneath that, I want you to write down the number of buyer leads you have that need to buy in the next 3 weeks. The number of buyer leads that you have, that you're working with, that need to buy in the next 3 weeks. Underneath that, are they emotionally qualified and are they financially qualified? Are they emotionally qualified and are they financially qualified? So many times we financially qualify the client and we know they can afford the house. They have the down payment, they have the credit, and they have the income. But they're really not emotionally ready to make that transaction. Yet, you may have clients that are marginally financial. They have most of the money, they have decent credit, they have a good job, but they're a little bit shaky, but they really want and need to get into a house. You give me that buyer every single day. I'll take that buyer. Because that buyer emotionally is going to do whatever it takes, whatever hoop they have to go through to make that deal. So what's more important, the emotionally qualified buyer or the financially qualified buyer? The emotionally qualified buyer. Remember that when you're working with them. So I wrote down here, how much time does it take between you generating a lead and going into escrow? How much time does it take before you generate a lead and that lead goes into escrow? How much time does it take? See, if you can get this picture in your head, to prospect and look for a lead today, get somebody that really seems to want to buy or sell a piece of property, do you get paid? Or let me rephrase that. When do you get paid on that, finding that lead? When do you get paid? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days? So think about what I'm saying here. If you pick up a lead today, a good lead, somebody that wants to really buy a house or really sell a house, they're pricing it well. If you get that lead today, how long is it going to take before that lead turns into dollars for you on average? That's your question. This is a business approach to this. So if I get a lead today, and they're really a solid lead, and it's a buyer, takes a week or two to show them the properties they're looking for, get them into the property, assuming I've done my job and previewed property, know what they're looking for, and have some to show them. They make an offer on the property, and you open escrow. And most people need a loan today, right? Say yes. Yes. So how long does it take to close a loan today? 45 days, 60 days? You know, I haven't looked at our stats, but we're probably closer to 60 days than we are to 45 days. So 60 days. So that means you get a lead today, a good lead. 2 to 4 weeks you put them in escrow, and 60 days after that you get a paycheck. So that's 90 days from now you get a paycheck. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to put on the calendar, you prospected today, you got if you prospected today, and you got a lead, you could go out 90 days, and you should be able to put a $ on that date 90 days from now, because of prospecting today, there's a good chance that you should get money 90 days from now. Are you guys with me? What happens if you don't prospect today? What are the odds of you getting money down the road? Zero. I've got to get that point across. It's zero. Now, can you shorten the gap? Yes. Can you do things to make the gap shorter? Yes. But you have got to get it. This is a business concept you've got to get. If you prospect, you have a chance of making money 90 or 120 days down the road. If you don't prospect, you have no chance of making money 90 or 120 days from now. That is fact. That is business.